love thinking? Why should you love thinking? What will you get out of it? What's in it for me, right? In the past, we've talked about eros, or passion. And I was suggesting that this kind of love, eros love, is necessary for the pursuit of wisdom, philosophy. And a primary part of philosophy is thinking well. So we need to learn how to think well. So what's in it for you? I've also made a claim that all the world's problems are due to the failure to think critically at the basic level about our basic beliefs. And I stand by that claim, even though people will disagree with me. So, we are going to need to talk about critical thinking. Because if all the world's problems are due to the failure of critical thinking, we should know what that is, right? And I need to convince you why you should love thinking. So I've come up with 2 arguments. You should ask, what is an argument? It's coming up. Okay, I think we can agree on this fact. You are a thinking being, right? Think about that. You are a thinking being, and that it's good for you to think well. Remember, we've talked about thinking well and not so great thinking. So, if you are a thinking being, and it's good for you to think well, consider the following argument. If you want to be happy, you need to think well. You do want to be happy. Therefore, you need to think well. So what will thinking get for you? Happiness. Right? Okay, that's one. Not only that, but if the world, the human community, is to be a better place, then we need to think well. We need to do better in this area. The world needs to be a better place, so we need to think well. Okay, we need to think better. And this starts with you. Okay, I'm enlisting people to help change the world, and we can only do this one person at a time, one thinker at a time, and I'm talking to you, all right? So, we can change our lives, we can change the world by taking baby steps of improvement in thinking. But in order to take baby steps, you have to love thinking objectively. And this is like, objectively means the way things are outside of your feelings, okay? So you have to say, affirm, yes, I value thinking. I love it. And then you have to start seeking subjectively. Remember, seeking is that activity of pursuing knowledge. So we have to start to seek subjectively. This does involve your desires. This does involve eros and a kind of passion. Okay, you might have to talk yourself into it at first. Objectively, I want to know. Subjectively, I need to take the steps towards doing that. You have to value what is good. You have to value good thinking, because that's the means for getting the good. And then you have to start putting into place habits, practices that will help you subjectively towards good thinking. All right, so let's think about this. If we love good thinking, we can start recognizing it out there. So when you hear people talking, you can become more conscious of good thinking. You can say, you know what, that was a really good idea. That was a really good thought. That was a really good argument. And make a note of it. Become more conscious of good thinking. And maybe mimic good thinking. And if we love good thinking, we can start recognizing poor thinking, bad thinking, non-thinking, unthinking, anti-thinking. It's all around us. If we start naming it, then it won't have a hold over us anymore. We could become more conscious of not so great thinking. And when we name it, it won't have a hold on us, and we can call it out. It's like stamping it. Bad thinking, right? Well, here's how we can change the world. Once we see it for ourselves, we can help others see it. You can point out to your friends, did you notice that bad argument? Yeah, that was totally invalid or unsound, right? So we need to learn about arguments too. So we can raise the consciousness of other people as our own consciousness is raised. And that's what I'm here for, to help you become more conscious of good thinking and bad thinking. So perhaps we can start like a trend, a movement, the good thinking movement, and we can get more and more good thinkers on our team, and we can like change the world and make it a better place. Well, maybe not. Okay. So I hope you are a little more convinced that you should love thinking. And in the next few videos, we're going to talk more about what is thinking, what is critical thinking. So if you think well, then you'll be happy. And if the world thinks well, then maybe the world can be happy. Wouldn't that be nice? We could all hold hands and be united in happiness. Maybe not, but let's try. All right, so please, if these videos have been helpful, like, subscribe, and share.